Let me call in your article. Idaho. That word is indigenous, native, Blackfoot for sunlight, morning sunlight. Racing down the mountain. No. That's what they'll tell you it means. Go talk to the Blackfoot or the Shoshone. They'll say no such word. Slang. Ute. Ute. Go Utes. They'll tell you that that means that's Ute for Utah. Utah is Ute for top of the mountain. No, it's not. No, it's not. Again, slang. Whiteyism. So let's talk the acute, radical, nightmarish collapse of the salmon. And all the rest, the opinion, whatever, it doesn't mean anything. Concrete knowledge here. So it becomes as natural as unleashing cattle onto the West Weber landscape. It becomes as natural as occupying an Oregon bird refuge. The marine biologist in the high desert of Utah. Oh, wait a minute. Redfish Lake has no redfish. Not dams. Jedediah Smith has no dams. Jedediah Smith lived right here. What? Has no dams. There's no salmon. None. Dying at sea. Dying at sea. Post-Fukushima. The great coincidence freaking decade. It's all coincidence, Blanch, don't you know? I thought all these people that are mystified, baffled, stumped, perplexed, bewildered, I thought they were scientists. Now, when I was a young 16-year-old honor student studying biology, zoology, with the great Dr. Winters, I was taught that mystified, baffled, stumped, perplexed, bewildered, coincidence was actually the opposite of science. And anybody who uses that language is a moron and a fool. We belong together. Get your marine biology gold medal on. Dead tide pool jumping. World record holder. I'll be back at it soon. COVID's really threw a number. My uncle's funeral was yesterday. So, been a little busy. Let's take the bullshit out. We don't catch dead tide pools, or Kevin Blanch does. Completely healthy. Live with big sea animals. Till 2011. Oh, it's just wasting disease. Okay. All right. Anchovies and sardines, the great coincidence. We don't keep dead tide pools, Kevin Blanch does. We don't keep dead humans in bone marrow transplants, Hippo laws. Oh, Kevin Blanch does. I was almost one of them. Consume, obey, consume, obey, consume, obey. Die young of cancer and loving it. Here's the great coincidence. I don't talk enough about this. Longevity, open heart surgery, organ transplant. The survival rate in cancers went up exponentially, yet we're not living longer, we're living less. My daughter says if you'd even got this the same exact cancer even 3-4 years earlier, you would have died. Breakthroughs. Huh. Oh, we count every salmon. We have sonar, and Kevin Blanch holds ODFW's feet to the fire. Now, WFW in Washington, you haven't seen derelicts. What about this other coincidence? Oh, the crabs have just collapsed 99% now. They're the bottom feeders. Go talk to a crab. I mean, I do the work. It's like this, all we hear is radio goo-goo. Radio. I could prove what a kettling fraud that Google has turned into as far as YouTube. So, at the Weber State game here last spring, probably the greatest Hail Mary pass ever put onto video in the history of the Hail Mary pass. I shoot it live on location. Clear as crystal clear, incredible video. Loaded up in real time. It was up onto the internet within 10 minutes of it happening. A guy the next day takes his camera, shoots a video off his shitty-ass TV screen of Sports Center, a video of a video of a video, who has no subscribers, who has not puts it up. His video has way more than mine. That's the American cliche that we live in. Forget doing the work. That means nothing. We could sit around, call ourselves marine biologists. We could call ourselves TikTok, Diablo. So you're getting sleepy. You're getting sleepy. So sleepy. American populace hypnotized, branded. How did they do it? One up by Jetstream, two up by cable TV. Boogeyman, boogeyman, boogeyman. Operation Foxconn News, MSNBC. What? Imperialism. Status quo. To hell with the animals. To hell with the environment. So to the numbers on the Idaho still what? What do they drive down I-15? Which in San Diego we call 40th Street? Getting down with Ezra Pound in the breeding grounds. Ode to plutonium, Ginsburg on BALCO. Ode to plutonium. Go Braves. My Glenn Hubbard shirt in the day. John Murphy, Bob Warner. Skip Carey on the call. In the Columbia has sonar. The Columbia is 2.5 miles wide, 400 tributaries. The big, incredible beast. That's the one I use, and that's why, because I have the numbers on the Deschutes. I have the numbers on the Jedediah Smith. I have the numbers on all these rivers. They're even way worse. They're down 99% on the Rogue, all on the Fraser. Steelhead go to sea 1 year. They can go twice. Half pounders, rarely to any of them make it because they gill net them. They fish them out. Same gray on BALCO, on CHEMO. Fishermen can't fish. Skiers can't ski. Surfers can't surf. America's a cliche. Monterey Bay's a cliche. Yay, we went whale watching. I got to see a whale. Some asshole at the university who's an English professor trying to school me up about Devoto. I says, well, okay, what's your favorite book on Devoto? I said, you never read one, have you? What about 44? Well, what? Oh, we saw a whale at my... Oh, everything's good. I saw a whale on a freaking boat. Go crash into it. Don't enforce the law. You're supposed to be 200 yards back. They don't care. Kill the last freaking mammal in the sea for the freaking overgrown. Monterey Bay's a cliche. California's a cultural theme park with no culture. Well, America's a cultural theme park with no culture. Starfish are a museum piece. Steelhead salmon. The next carrier pigeon. The next ivory-billed woodpecker. Kevin Blanch, talk about an ivory-billed woodpecker. No, I'm a coelacanth. The last freaking environmentalists. We count. You can look it up. Washington in 2015 was having orgies. The head of the Fish and Game and Wildlife, who counts the fish, that's the border, Washington and Oregon. He was accused of rape. How come they didn't charge him? I mean, they'll go after Terry Bradshaw for telling a girl, because Terry Bradshaw, you know, he was the country and western guy. Remember when he was young all those years? He was married to what's her name? You know, dancing. So she dresses up in, and he just makes a comment. You look nice, look good. That's sexual innuendo? Please! Yeah, the Fish and Game in Washington are having orgies. She accuses him of rape, and they don't even charge him. They give him a golden parachute. Where's NOAA? Where's the EPA? Where's Greenpeace? Where's Sierra Club? We all live in a green washing machine. A green washing machine. Fundraising America. It's not what I say. It's not what I do. It's what I say. I got a non-profit. Me and the NFL. Me and Tom Brady got a stimulus check. Billionaires get stimulus checks. You know, trickle-down economics freaking still going alive and well. What's the hallmark of a third world country? Let's see. Reeling out of control debt. Hyperinflation. Rigged courts. Bush did not win. Stole elections. Bush did not win. Bush did not win. Bush did not win. Don't drink the fucking water. We're living in the past. We're going to blow up some dams. Oh, my God. Has nothing to do with the dams. They're dying at sea. We're not going to address it because you can't go after the nuclear energy crime syndicate. Can't touch them. The untouchables. We bust them in Ohio. We bust them in South Carolina. Off to prison. The bribees. What about the bribers? Corporations are people. Mitt Romney on BALCO on CHEMO. Columbia River on the Steelhead, in 10 years, this Fukushima nightmare has gone from 826,000 to 69,000. Season's over. They might get 70,000. From 826,000. We can do math. First, you hypothesize the knowledge. Then you have to do at least 4.5 years of field work. I've done 10. Then you defend your work. Where's the peer review? Where's the peer review? That's a very good question. That's a very good question. They're in their golden handcuffs at Cal Berkeley, at SDSU, freaking on the Hill in La Jolla, at Scripps Browning, freaking going to see American manufactured I don't know what. They're on the winning club team. They're not PhDs. Academia is a fraud. It's a fraud, and this hasn't proved you the Great Pacific Jet. It's a fraud. It's a total fraud. The greatest ecological event right in human history, the greatest PhD and opportunity in human history, Kevin Blanch is the only one that takes it. Does the work. I've proved it. Okay, let's go to the Chinook salmon. Chinook salmon go to sea for 5 years. Now remember, they gill net in front. 2.7 million record returns in 2015. They'll collapse acutely in 2016. Ha ha ha. Blanch, you're crazy. My number's dead on. They go from 2.7 million to less than 500,000 in 5 years. We could do math. In science, we can run regression, smoke will come out. It'll point to 2011, the great coincidence fucking decade. Kevin Blanch, it'll cause a heat bubble over the western United States. This is the hottest bringing star power to Earth. These suns will boil the Pacific Ocean. It'll rise up, it'll cause a heat bubble, it'll get into the trees. Plutonium fires, a country of deniers, a country of freaking liars. Comfortability is not the zenith of life. The fight is the life, the struggle. Put your work out in front of God and everybody to see because they've captured the PhDs, the public. I'll just put mine online in the library. Publish. I thought that YouTube was publish. It says publish. They used to call themselves a great equalizer. We mere publish. It's been ruled by the United States Supreme Court over and over and over and over. The hijack court. Digital copyright mirrors published copyright. It mirrors published copyright. This is a library book. So take the bad in the books, burn the libraries because you don't agree with it. I'm not about opinion. I don't do opinion. We call that an outliner. Obviously, it's unarguable. It's as obvious as scars across my face. It took years living in this violent place. Stand up for the environment. Call yourself an environmentalist. Oh, he's a tree hugger. Okay, yeah, I'm a tree hugger. They're dead. Something radically happened in 2011. That's unarguable science now. We have the data for 10 years. Did a meteor hit the Earth? Pacific Ocean? We have 1,000 Exxon Valdez. You know, something that's never happened before. This is crazy. You know, run regression through your computer model. Smoke will come out. It deviates from the mean by millions of units. What's Fukushima? It took me a year and a half to convince anybody it was even one meltdown. At least 3 meltdowns. Never happened at Mayak. Never happened to San Jose. Never happened at INL from hell. Let's restart. Let's refire up the reactors in freaking Japan. Huh. TikTok, Diablo Canyon clock. The greatest accomplishment in grassroots activism history. Bar none. I got the goods. I got the goods. Shutdown of Sin Onofre. Kevin Blanch, the Sin Onofre kid. Kevin Blanch, the Sin Onofre kid. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. We kicked that domino over. They had no tension. They were afraid of Kevin Blanch's army. They're afraid of Kevin Blanch. Ask Kamala Harris. You don't believe me. Kevin Blanch, the Sin Onofre kid. Out of those freaking. Dolly Parton's getting a mastectomy. She's coming to Utah. Out of there. On the pad. In dry cast containers. The greatest solution? No. Temporary? Thousands of times better than being in there. Huh. TikTok. On Idaho Street up on Hillcrest. Right there next to Ted Williams' house. Right there on Utah Avenue. Yeah, Williams grew up on Utah. Ted, who's he? Where's your fucking crown? Obey, consume, kill every last creature on freaking Earth. We Vikings, some asshole told me yesterday, own relative of mine. Yeah, we go fishing, and when we catch all the fish in Alaska, we keep fishing. Shut the fuck up. You just lie. I mean, who can get up in a funeral and just lie like that? Just lie. Just make up shit. Total lies. The fucking fishing and the fish have collapsed. It's like, oh, we got a record return on some pinks or some reds. Some cohos. Do you know Chinook eat cohos? There's no Chinook. When the freaking giant octopus all wash up dead. It's unarguable proof. Let's go to Point Reyes and look. I mean, it blows my mind. I still think about it. It's Twilight Zone shit. You go out to Point Reyes, it charges you $20 a head to even walk into it, and the tide pools are completely wiped out dead. I've been there so many times and I'll ask people, well, we find lots. What'd you find? People will hold up literally an insect, a brittle star, and call it a starfish. This is how ignorant and gone. Oh, we wham all the way here. We're taking the kids. They've issued a red tide. Stay out of the water. Oh, no. We got our dollar store plastic. We're going to the beach. We paid our money. We're ignoring all that. Arrogant. The only reason these people have a whole bunch of kids is so they got somebody to talk to, somebody to order around, somebody to control. Oh, they grow up. They're not so controllable. TikTok. What a freak show we live in. The salmon numbers have epically collapsed. Billionaire baseball. Imperialism America. It's sick. It's sick. In 1975, the average athlete made less than 3 times the average working class American. Now they make, you could be the next King James. Yeah, if you're born a 7-foot freak mutant, who would want to be? Look at him. It's disgusting what they do with their money and their celebrities. Yeah, I'm Stevie Nicks. I used to talk about Santa Susana. I used to talk about it, but I'm going on tour. $500 ticket. I'm 112 years old. What are you going to do? Build a stairway to heaven? May the landslide bring you down. Tell me lies. Tell me sweet little nuclear lies. There's a new kid in town. I don't want to hear it. There's a new kid in town. Where you going, Freebird child? Where you going? Where you going, Freebird child? Obey, consume. Die young of cancer and loving it. Operation Foxconn News rolls in the early 90s to buy the contract to show the chess game, baseball, the thinking man's, the plotting game, to not show baseball. We're going into the Coliseum. Football. Stanford kills Utes in Pac-12 action again. Oh, they flipped the field. They beat the Trojans in the Coliseum. Unleash the lions. Oh, God, just walk around and look at what people look like. That's all. That's all. Just play back some old footage of the 60s and 70s. See what people look like. Reagan. Increase, we're consuming over 50% of the world's product right now. We make up less than 4%. We were considered consumption junkies in the United States of usury in 1980 when we consumed 12%. We broke that record every year. Yay! There's ships lined up at the port. We don't know why. Click Amazon, click Amazon, click Amazon, click Amazon. No, usury America, you on the hill above the freaking stadium. For you, choots? No, that's for usury. Up is down, black is white, wrong is right. Jesus died so I could be rich. Everything the opposite of Jesus Christ's teachings, now they call Christianity. False prophets written on the studio wall, concert freaking hall. Let's go pay $500 to see the Eagles without Glenn Fry. Let's go see freaking $1,000 to see Journey without Steve Perry. Let's pay $5,000. We're going to fly across country to go see Leonard Skinner, Mr. Saturday Night Special. You got a barrel that's blue and cold. You ain't good for nothing to put a man 6 feet in a hole. What's that smell? Whiskey bottles and brand new cars. The needle in the spoon. He was a lefty. He was a lefty. Johnny got his gun. These guys all show up around here yesterday and they got cowboy hats. They're telling everybody what cowboys they were. I'm like, you never grew up out here. You never grew up on any ranch. You grew up flying around. You were a freaking Air Force brat. What are you talking about? But it's a cliche. It becomes as natural as occupying a bird refuge. Cows, horses, tight jeans, and pointy boots are not freaking natural. That's manufactured by Hollywood. I grew up on a ranch. We didn't ride horses and lasso. Yeehaw. We did a lot of motorcycles and we had hair down to our ass. And we smoked a lot of weed and drank a lot of beer as freaking kids. It was fun. But no, you can't do that now. No, no. I'm Terry Bradshaw. Freaking, we're dressed up like we're cowboys. And she's going to get on the sideline. She's a cowgirl. Where have all the cowboys gone? You ever heard that song? That song is such a masterpiece. It just slams American culture. You go to the bar and have a beer. I'll stay home and raise the children. Where have all the cowboys gone? I ain't gonna quit you. I ain't gonna quit you, Brokeback Mountain on CHEMO, on BALCO. It's all a fraud. It's a fraud. Why don't you come down to earth and realize that the freaking last fishy in the sea is dying? Wake the fuck up. Hello, fucking cliche America. Don't drink the fucking water. It's all a fucking cliche. Not me. Not me. I'm not going to live in a fucking fairy tale. I'm living the reality. I'm going to live in the reality, and I'm going to fight for the fucking animals in the sea, the ecology. You can go along with your obey, consume, going to see American manufactured Jesus, freaking worship the golden calf, fucking bomb his people. Jesus said, love them, forgive them, for they know not what they do. I'm not him. I don't forgive and I don't forget. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt kill. There's a black hole awaiting these souls. Light and life is eternal. Ask Einstein. Life is a test. Make your choices. You know, I'll be the foot washer. I'll do the dirty work, which I have. I'll record it in history, for the YouTube video is mightier than the sword. I don't bring in violence. The Nuclear Energy Crime Syndicate does. Evidence means nothing in fairy tale magic. The reality means nothing because you're living in a fucking hypnotized. I'm getting sleepy. So sleepy. How did they do it? One by Jetstream, two by K. The Great Coincidence Decade! You can deny the reality. Go for it. Go for it. Not me. I've refused to live that way. I'll do the work. I fight for her. She fights for me. The ecology. My uncle gave me that. That's classified. That's my murdered father. Burned in the Nevada test site by his own men. His own country, not his own men. Whoever this country is run by. TikTok, Diablo Canyon Clock. Stay tuned.